I'm here to listen. I came all the way up to Enfield to listen.
My personal opinion, I think more officers on the street isn't going to help doing anything.
Okay.
Because even if more people apply for it, I personally have applied for the Met myself as well. I got turned away personally because of my tattoos. That was...
They probably don't have the budget either.
Coming from a suburban area myself, people don't like seeing officers on the street. They get more annoyed about it. People that are involved with crime, my area is full of crime. People in gangs. I mean,
but what if they were trained with the communities? You know, what if they had more time and more budget?
I think more opportunities for the young people.
I agree. That's why we're
more than, because they see the police as a threat. They see it as, you know, there has been police crime against the community, against the public as well. Lately, especially, that's the only thing that's going all around the news. So I don't think that's going to be of any help, to be honest. But, so I think more to include them into society, like more like youth clubs, apprenticeships that they can apply for. People that have no other opportunity and think the only opportunity for them is gang life. They need to be supported with other opportunities, saying, look, you don't need to do this, you can apply for this, you can do this, we're supporting you with this, you've got more opportunities.
That's what this Focus for Communities is supposed to do. 250 community centers where they can actually see these options and apprenticeships. Look, I know what you're saying about police, okay? And I spoke with this Lives Not Knives charity and Kids on the Street, and I spoke with police officers, and they both admit they both need to do things differently. The police right now, they don't have much budget. They can't train these young officers. They don't pay very well, as you probably know when you went to apply. They pay horribly. They don't hire from the community, and they actually don't treat the citizens very respectfully, and they're not trained with the communities. And I talked to one police officer, he said, we used to train the new officers with the communities all together on a weekend, and they would literally see how to treat people, how not to treat people. The people in Croydon said they're disrespectful with stop and search. They said, we understand you have to do it and it keeps us safe, but don't do it so disrespectfully. And the police officers, okay, they said, give me 2 days more a month training and I'll train these officers to be more respectful. So I understand a lot of people look at the police and they don't do it right, but they just need more support, and I think more budget and more training, and I think they can do a better job. And they need to be held accountable, and they should have people representing their communities, like you. And they should be forced to have people in Croydon who live in Croydon police the people in Croydon. And so I think you need both approaches. But right now everyone says there's no money. So let's just last thing, talk about the money. TfL's going bankrupt, and London's running at a profit right now. Does that make any sense?
London itself is going bankrupt.
London, well, yeah, okay, but if you look at the city of London, the financial center, the property in central London, they're making a lot of money right now. Okay, the last year has been a struggle, but it's going to be back. So how come TfL's going bankrupt, but Canary Wharf, the city of London, where I used to work, is making massive amounts of money? It doesn't make sense. So that's why I think you need something called an infrastructure tax. So look at the O2 Arena and all the buildings around there. The only reason they exist is because the Jubilee extension line went in, right? Probably cost TfL a couple billion. Did they ever get paid for that? No. But tens of billions of pounds were made by these developers. So I'm going to incorporate something called an infrastructure tax. It's 3% on any gain they see from their building if they're within 500 meters of a tube stop. That's it. Above and beyond normal gains. And they give that back to the police for hiring more officers like you, I hope, and for also investing in communities. And that could be billions of pounds. So then TfL doesn't run bankrupt, which means we don't have to have these ridiculous congestion charge extensions and ULEZ charge extensions and LTNs. I'm going to an LTN next. I'm talking about LTNs. Everybody will get angry about that. So again, I see a business solution here, but it doesn't make sense. But London's making a lot of money, and then TfL's being bankrupt, and we're told there's not enough police to keep our kids safe. We should be embarrassed about knife crime in this city.
Not just that, but the thing is, how are they making that amount of money when every other small business that you probably see here, we're all going bankrupt?
Right. Yeah.
So, but what can we do about that?
Well, part of the problem, obviously, are these regressive taxes. So any flat tax hurts everybody. So even the mayor who's supposed to be a labor guy, he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's a regressive tax. You just increased council taxes, right? You just increased and extended the congestion charge, OTNs. It's this flat rate. So if you make minimum wage or you're struggling, it takes a big chunk of your income." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." And it's like, well, what are you doing for these people? So again, why not tax these big corporations that are making the money out there? I used to work for a corporation. We've already spoken with some of the developers, and they said, we're not happy about this, but we're willing to have this conversation. Because what they do now is they find out a tube stop's going to be built there, and they buy up all the land and they develop it. That doesn't sound fair to me. So I think the corporations can pay a bigger percentage. But I'm also pro-business. I want to allow everybody to try to get back to work. I think if we're all employed and everybody wins, and I don't think the current mayor is pro-business right now.
Yeah.
So it's like those 4 things, and also affordable housing. He hasn't built any houses in 5 years. He promised 80,000 homes per year. He's built 12,000 new homes. So I work with this top architect in London. It's called Modular Homes. I just dropped my manifesto. I'll show you what they look like. These are homes that you actually design, actually in a factory. You can make a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, and then you can literally construct them in weeks on TfL land. And this is a site, I'm trying to find my housing process, in Hackney Wick, where we've scoped out what these buildings look like. It's modular housing. They're 4 stories tall. You can design them. They're really nice on the inside. They're about 100,000 pounds each. And this is actually built on TfL land in Hackney Wick, to where we already own the land. They can construct this within a few weeks. You custom design it in a factory, it comes out, it's super green, and people can have these beautiful houses to live in. As opposed to these politicians, they just keep talking about building housing. It's like, it frustrates me. The more I learn about the system, of course, yeah, affordable housing, which will help everybody's housing. Everyone in London struggles. I'm going to build 50,000 new homes by Christmas. No one believes me. But I know exactly where I'm going to put them, in every borough as well. They can literally spring up, even in bad areas where you see disused areas that turn to like gang crime, we can build beautiful houses. So those are the things that Londoners don't care about. I really think I have really good solutions. Like my team, we spent 8 months researching this. But this is our manifesto, by the way. We just dropped this. It's on our website. You've never seen this before.
Do you have a spare one?
Yeah, we're just printing them right now. I'll give you the website link. Okay. This is literally my last one. All my notes are on here. But we just dropped it today. But it's like 48 pages, and it goes into like exact detail of what we want to do. Some people have said it's the best manifesto they've ever seen. So.
To be honest, I was quite confused because I keep seeing on Instagram sponsored #Ryan for Mayor. Okay. How many times I even had conversations with my sister saying I'm not quite sure about his manifesto because it's not quite out there yet. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. I didn't know anything about you, to be honest. Okay. Even though you've got a lot of sponsored adverts, you've got a lot of information on your Instagram. I didn't know this much in detail, so I am glad I got to meet you.
Well, I'm glad I got to meet you too.
I'm glad as well.
And what did you learn from those videos? Like, you just didn't know what I was doing? Did you learn anything from those?
I just knew more about you. I knew, okay, he's running for mayor, but I didn't know what exactly he wants to do for London. But now that I do, I think I may have changed my mind for the voting.
Uh-oh. You weren't sure about me before.
I wasn't.
Why?
Sorry.
Tell me. Be honest.
Because I didn't know much about you. I mean, not everyone would get to meet you in person like I did. So not everyone's going to be able to change their mind like I did as well. So I think what I impose, I know I've got no right to, sorry, but if you, I don't know if you already do this, but more like interviews like this and post it on your Instagram so people from the public have questions like me, you know, more realistic questions, and if they can get the answers to their questions, I probably asked you questions that they wanted to know.
Definitely.
So if they can know the answers to that as well, I think more people would be on your side, to be honest.
It's really good advice. I appreciate it. And I know it is, and that's why we're kind of out here filming this stuff, and I love talking to people like you. I honestly think if I could spend 20 minutes with every Londoner and give you this document, I think everyone would vote for me. I really do. Because then they get to see, like, we're really passionate about this. Actually, so this isn't just a bus, it's actually a digital battle bus. And I have a studio in the back, and I just live stream for an hour and 12 minutes. My voice is almost gone. And I answer questions from Instagram and YouTube, and I presented this whole manifesto and stuff. And a lot of this information is on the website. But if you didn't know, then that's my fault, because I haven't communicated it correctly to you. So I'm glad I got the chance.
It may have been my fault because with
it's my fault.
I hardly get time to research anything about it.
Yeah,
so.
But I mean, that means I need to do my job better because you need to know what about. So, last thing is I got all these digital networks and I want to take it to City Hall. I want to be live streaming from City Hall every day, taking questions. I think politicians should be on Instagram, like really on Instagram, and actually answer questions.
Yeah.
But nowadays they don't.
Another point about that, yes. I did really like the fact that you're so active on your Instagram because it makes you more relatable. Because the current, any politician right now, it's like they're up there, we're here, we have no idea what they're doing. Right now you're like here with us. We know who you are, we see what you're doing, we know where you're going, you're meeting everyone, you're more relatable than any other politician out there. I can just say that.
Well, that's good. It makes me really happy. And I agree. I see the current politicians, and every picture on Instagram seems like a photo op, like a press release. You don't get to know what they're really like. I've been told I shouldn't post some things on Instagram. Sometimes I post me hitting punching a bag and people are making fun of me, but that's okay. You know, that's me. It's like it's real. So I appreciate you saying that. Actually, you made my day by saying that. So, but I agree. I think our politicians need to be more transparent. So I'm trying here. I've been to every single borough in London. We've driven this bus 4,000 miles through London because I come out here and talk to people. Not everyone is as nice as you, but some people. I like your hard questions too. You know? It makes me know what I need to do. So, anyways, we're gonna get this lady a copy of this. But you in the link in the meantime is Brian for Mayor, our website, and then manifestos right at the top.